Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I haven't done a full moon or a new moon card reading in a long time. And the reason is I needed to take a break and now I feel like it's the right time to bring it back. And we have a super moon, a full moon in Aries, and the purpose for doing these videos, and I've seen people ask, what's the purpose of this one? Because most of my channel is 12 videos for each zodiac sign. The purpose of this one is to get a world conscious, I like to call it, reading. So it's like a collective world conscious reading and just see where things will go for the coming month until the next full moon. And what I decided was to pick 3 cards. The first one will be my card deck. I'll pull 3 cards from this one. And it's a general reading and it's past, present, future. So 3 cards will be laid out. And then the second deck, let's see. The second deck, I feel that it should be the Angel Prayers card deck. And this one is about love reading and for self-love and relationships. And then the third one, let's see if we can see them all in here, and I'll put them up a little bit higher so we can see them, will be for work relationships. So this will be the format for the reading. And I love doing these. And if it calls to you, it calls to you. If it's not a video for you, that's okay. But I know I love these videos, so I want to do them again. So the full moon in Aries is the 15th of October, and that's today. So I wanted to put it out today. And I'll start making them the day before the actual full moon or new moon. So this reading is for all signs. It's for everyone. And New York time at 12:23 a.m. will be the full moon on the 16th. And tonight, for the Pacific Standard Time, LA time, 9:23 p.m. So, like I said, this reading is for all signs, and as I download the information, I write things down and what I wanted to say in this reading. And if you happen to be an Aries North Node, an Aries birth sign is Aries, look at the frankincense and myrrh and the sage. It's beautiful. And this is especially for you, but anyone can connect to whatever that zodiac sign is, because if you do your whole zodiac chart, you can have different signs throughout your chart. So get a cup of tea, coffee, relax, watch this video. And your personal videos also will be longer. Okay, so I just want you to know that. If you're wondering what these stones are, this is an Om stone. It's red. I painted it years ago, and maybe 2 years ago, and purple Om, and something I think everyone should have, gratitude. And I put that right there. And so let's get started. So the message that came out was stick to what you desire. So as I get these that message comes out, stick to what you desire, right? So full moon in Aries. Aries is a sign of perfection. So they'll get things done, and of course they want it to be good, but the energy is more getting it done rather than having it be perfected. And this energy is positive in the sense of if you're waiting to be ready for something, you'll never be ready. And this is a lesson we can all learn. So there's positive attributes to a sign and negative ones. So as the reading comes through, we'll see that. So another message that came through is the Aries energy cares about getting what they want. Okay, and right here I wrote giving, but I meant getting. So they're more concerned with getting what they want. And we need to remember the masculine energy is more still and it stays the same. And it's like for all things, it's still and it's the same. And that's the idea of the masculine energy. So the Aries has a lot of masculine energy. And now let's remember the feminine energy stays in motion and is constant. And it changes. It changes always, but it also flows, okay? And it's fluid. And life and conflicts. This is what came up, life and conflict. So this energy will, under the Aries moon, will want you to speak up in a strong tone because it's coming from deep feelings. But we also have to remember the diplomatic way of handling things and to avoid any hurt feelings, any hurting others. Remember not to be hard on ourselves or to not look at our own mistakes and look at our ego. So I'm shuffling these a little bit and I'm going to move them out of the way and I'm going to start pulling the cards. But there's some information I want to share, so just wait with me here. So we have to remember to be diplomatic, and also you're focused on your success. So make sure that if you feel that you're not looked up on favorably or things are not going right for you, then this is something you need to look at to maybe renegotiate or just let things be. The Aries energy is more into taking, right, and giving scraps. So not always. So don't get offended if you're Aries. But this, you know, I spoke to someone that's Aries, and they know the different tendencies, and that's okay. There's high tendencies and low ones. So if you have any success that's not favorable to other people, you might want to reevaluate your time you spend, your energy, and so on. So you can love someone, love them from a distance, try to help them to evolve or to level up. And that's a thing that I think is very important spiritually, to level up. But if they choose not to, then that's on them. So let's shuffle the first cards. Let's do that. So let's see what the general message is, and then I'll go into more message that I downloaded in my morning meditation that came to me when I was meditating for the full moon in Aries. So let's see, I'm asking what is the 3 cards we can pull for past, present, future that will give a collective world consciousness message. And this is a general reading for all signs. And the cards just want to like pop out. It's just amazing. You just want to pop out. It's so funny. I was thinking of one card and I just saw it as I was shuffling. It was the World card. Okay, so the first card is the King of Coins. Then we have the Temperance. And we have the Star. Okay? So write those down, the King of Coins, Temperance, and the Star. Okay, so while we're looking at these cards, this is going to be the past, present, and the future. So I wanted to finish up the message for life and conflict. So life and conflicts, if there's anything that you're going through right now, one of the general message is to speak up. You might speak up in a strong tone. It might be stronger than you've ever spoken before. It comes from deep feelings. Try to be diplomatic. Avoid hurting others. And sometimes it's hard to do this when any success you feel that you've gained is not viewed as favorable by whoever the person is that you're dealing with right now in your current situation. Some people just can't be happy or congratulate others. So most energies out there are, or not most energies, but some energies out there is surrounded by, you know, taking, mostly taking energy and not giving fairly, or just giving scraps, like I said before. So I think I finished that came to me when it comes to life and conflict, relationship with others. And under the full moon in Aries, you'll notice this energy more. Okay, so let's do the reading for the general reading right now. And we have the King of Coins, or the King of Pentacles, right? And this is more for earth-based energy. And this is the Lilly Sky Tarot card. So this is all about security, control, power, discipline, and you taking control of your life, feeling a sense of abundance in your life, power, control, and discipline comes into this. So what you want to think about right here is, are you in control of your decisions that you make? So the past energy is asking you, who's in control? Are you in control? And how did you use this power? Right? Because the King of Coins is all about earth, all the elements in one, the earth energy. The king is viewed as someone that's in control of their life. How are you in control of your life? Are you not in control of your life? So this is asking you to really look at yourself and how are you using your personal power? Do you feel secure? Do you feel in control? Do you feel that you have power? Do you have discipline to achieve all these things that you want? Do you just sound like you're complaining, or are you strategically making plans, working on yourself, working together, a collective? So this reading again, and I felt that this was a reading I really needed to do, and keep it up, because I feel like it's need to be said right now. And we have to be conscious collectively to look at the past and say, okay, have we used our power well? So this is our collective world consciousness reading. Okay, so the King of Coins is very powerful, and it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, you can connect to this power, to this energy, this message. So the tarot cards, in case you don't know, if I'm seeing anyone new on my channel, it tells a story of real life. A lot of people want to focus on fairy tale, fairy dust, unicorns, and just a happy zone, because life can be stressful. But the tarot cards are about real life situation. So if you can't face yourself and the reality, then that's you. But this is what it's about. The past is asking you, where did you fall short as a King of Coins? Okay, and again, looking at yourself and saying, do I feel secure? Am I in control? Do I feel like I have power? Am I disciplined enough to incorporate these three things? And then you can really see the abundance of everything else. Okay, now the third position is, or the second position, is the present moment. And we have the Temperance card. So whenever I see the Temperance card, I think about balance. Okay, and this is the card. So this is all about balance and patience. So I like to think, okay, am I planning things out right to create balance? Am I not overextending myself? Am I patient enough with whatever is going on in my life? So we have balance, we have patience, we have purpose. Okay, we want things to have a meaning in our life. And also another word that comes up is spacing things out, moderation. How much do I give? How much do I take? So I like that message of moderation, right? And of balance. Where can I find balance in my life? Where is there not enough balance? Where can I put more balance in my life? Am I patient enough to get these things that I want? This is the present moment asking us to have moderation, write things down, have a plan. This is going to bring you balance. Do you have patience? You know yourself. It's okay not to have a lot of patience, so you know how to time yourself, take breaks. So it's not about, oh, I got to have this. If you really feel like you can't hold this energy, then work with it. Work through it, work around it. I don't like to say work around it. I like work through it, right? And then what is your life purpose? Okay, this is, I think, the only card traditionally in the 78 cards for the traditional tarot deck that has an angel in it. And so this is, we have a fascination with angels, but being human is a truly powerful gift. Being an angel, the study of angels, the tradition, belief in angels, it's very beautiful. We can be angelic in our own human state. And really, this is just being ourselves, connecting to our higher self. All right? Our higher self, our self wiser in the future. Well, right now we can be wise and say, okay, where can I find balance in my life? Where can I take things in moderation? Where do I fall short in having patience? And how can I incorporate having patience in my life? So this is the Temperance card. All right, and your life purpose, you can work towards that. And working towards your life purpose, I feel like it takes a dedication of meditation, things that you're working on yourself so that you keep yourself in line and you don't allow other people's negative energy to block you and to distract you from your goal. So the Temperance card is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. I love it. And meaning. So when you're looking for your life purpose, you also want your life to have meaning. All right. I feel like I need to go on and on. And whenever I feel the energy, it's hard to stop. So the Star card. Okay, so this is a Star card. And this is so awesome that it's next to the Temperance card, because the Star card talks about our life purpose. When we see it, we see like, okay, what will inspire us to be our best self in this life. And the third position is the future. So our future is always possible if we do what we need to do in the present moment. If you do what the Temperance card asks in the present moment, then the future is going to be the Star. So this is a positive um, turnout, okay, for us. So the Star card talks about inspiration, hope, spirituality, a renewal. Okay, it talks about just being at peace, like a serenity type of emotion, right? So there's hope. There's hope that things will work out. If you didn't, then you wouldn't work towards it. So it's not like a fairy tale or a wish. Things happen because you put work behind it. And what looks easy is because you're not in the in crowd to see all the work that is put forth for things to manifest the way they do. Whether something is positive or negative, it manifests because there's workings behind the scene. So what the Star card reminds us of, and you can think about it, like stars shine from darkness. So you need light and you need darkness. And darkness can be positive or negative, and light can be positive or negative. So it's all about how you're using it. All right, so we have hope. So the hope that things will be a certain way that we desire. And our own connectivity to ourselves, our spirituality, doesn't even matter what your spirituality is. If you can work as a collective, right, then these things will work out for the highest good, for the best. So the individual spirituality doesn't matter. It's what's the goal, what's the mission, right? So that collective world consciousness. So little petty things need to be put aside in order for the Star to manifest. And it's a renewal. So what was old is now new again, but nothing is new under the sun. Okay, so what is old is new again, nothing new under the sun. I feel like I should say it again, right? So what is old is becoming new again, and nothing is new under the sun. We're just remembering what we've already known. And sometimes it's hard for others to swallow this, but it is. And this is where we find our inspiration. We're going to be inspired by ourselves, our own actions, by others. Okay, this is very powerful. Inspiration can either do something negative or positive, but this is something positive for the highest good. All right, and when we feel serenity, we feel at peace, we're like, wow, all of our hard work and effort worked out. But the Star just doesn't rest just because things are peaceful and oh, things are going great. You never fall asleep. You're always awake. So everything, just like our universe is moving through space and time, everything is always in motion. Just because you think you receive something that you've worked hard for doesn't mean that you stop and you're like, oh, I can relax now, everything's okay. Nothing is okay. You know, it's always, luck is always behind the scenes, energy movement working towards that. Okay, that's what real luck is. Luck, there's no such thing as luck and things just happen spontaneously. That's never the truth. Okay, so now you have those cards. I'm going to go back to my morning meditation and what I also found in my meditation. So the next reading is going to be on love, and that's going to be the Angel Prayers card. So when I was looking at all of my card collection, I was like, okay, Lily Sky Tarot, yes. What other two cards? Okay, so angel prayers. And this love reading, okay, so this is about showing love. Okay, so when I was meditating today, it was like showing love. Okay, showing love. Okay, so other people will do what they wish, but you do what you love. So you can't please everyone all the time. This is not going to happen, right? So stick to what you desire. And I think I said that at the beginning of this video, or maybe I know I had to restart this video, but stick to what you desire, right? And remember, the Aries energy is the sun energy, which is about I, okay? It's about oneself, themselves. And Aries is about me, the ego. So then we have, in this full moon, we have a Libra energy, which is about we. So if you're going through any conflict right now, you might want to work things out with someone that you feel have negative ego, but they also have positive ego. And you're trying to handle how you're going to work with this perceived negative ego. Because this is how we perceive things, people. So more emotions are going to come out on the full moon. So we're going to have feeling more emotions, focusing on them, but make sure that you're focused on them and acting on positive actions rather than negative way to approach it. You might feel more independence. Actually, it's not even a might. You will feel more independent. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel like you want to release any negative ego or any baggages that may hold you back. You will feel more helpful to others. Even if you don't feel more helpful to others, the solution is to be more helpful to others, because you can really tap into the Aries energy and use it for its greatest good, because this energy is a very powerful energy. You can be more helpful to others. This will balance the feminine and feminine and masculine energy. To balance the masculine and feminine energy within yourself. So try to balance this energy within yourself. All right, so let's see what else came to me. How to approach your current situation is to appreciate the feminine energy, because the masculine energy is there to protect. So is the feminine. So if there's anything going on right now, appreciate the feminine energy and don't forget to balance both. So let's look at the love reading. So right now we're doing a general reading, and the intent is that the message will come through for love for everyone. So love, relationship, and also self-love. So let's see what the message is. And this is not in a past, present, and future setting. This is just how things will flow in the best way for the highest good. So first we have the divine physician. Okay? Wow. Then we have take a step back. And then we have the miracle of nature. Okay, so the great thing about these cards is the message is there. So I'm not going to read it from the booklet, but I'm going to read it intuitively and also the message on the card. So the divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Okay, thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healing body, my healthy body. So thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. So this is about self-healing, okay? So right now, our main focus should be how we can heal ourselves. So we can always look at someone else in this love reading and say, okay, this is what this person can change in order for me to feel comfortable with this person, for us to get along. Sometimes you can't change people. It's like the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So this is your divine physician. So you're connecting now to an essence or an energy that represents healing. Okay, so this energy represents healing. And how can you heal a situation? Sometimes the only way that you can heal a situation is by healing yourself and how you react to things. And you can only react to things the best way you know how in that situation, and hope that the person that you are reacting to can understand that we are all not perfect. We're all on a journey home. We're all on a journey home, and we're experiencing things here, and we're learning. Excuse me. And most people have good intent, and what we need to do is to work on ourselves and how we react to others, and this can deflect a lot of unnecessary problems. So this is healing your soul. This is working on yourself, you being the light for yourself, never putting someone else on a pedestal, seeing the light in others, but also knowing that you have your own light. So you're being a light to this world, to yourself, to others. And Raphael represents this healing. So how can you heal yourself is what you can ask. How can I heal myself? And to flow with that, take a step back. So take a step back and look at the overall situation. How would you feel if you were this person? How do you already know how you feel being yourself? How would you feel if you were this person? So take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. So what's not serving you? If you feel like something is just not working for you, it's a time for you to step back. Okay, maybe you need a break and then you can come back to it. All right, so this is the flow of healing yourself, evaluating yourself, your emotions, how you react to things. Take a step back, look at the bigger picture and say, okay, how can this work for me? And how can this work collectively for everyone? Okay, because sometimes things are just what they are and it can't be drained. It could only do what it can do in that moment. It can't be any better. All right, so the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to recover through nature and the fresh air. And fresh air. Okay, so the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So sometimes you just need to take a walk, take a hike, right? So take a hike, take a walk in nature. This is therapy, nature therapy. It's so good. Breathe the fresh air. Get out of the city. Go to a park in the city if you're in the city. Go for a walk wherever you know that there's a trail, there's a park. You can go for a walk. Breathe fresh air. Really get out of your environment. If you are in a certain area that's already nature, go to another area that's nature. Go at a higher elevation, right? So sometimes the best thing to do is to breathe. And it's always good to breathe and give yourself time away from your normal surroundings and give yourself time for a quieter space where your mind can just not think about whatever is on your mind at the current moment. So sometimes just getting away, being in nature is what we need. Very beautiful, very simple. All right, so let's go back to my meditation and other things that I wanted to say about the full moon. So the sun and the moon are at opposites, we know this. So right now, another energy that we will focus on really is equality in our relationship. So how can we feel like the other person cares about us, the other person is listening to us, right? So we have a Sun, Mercury, Jupiter alignment in Libra, and Libra is all about balance, and the moon in Uranus, which is aligned with Aries. So the Uranus energy is influencing us to want to like break away from anything that's old. An old way of doing things and old beliefs of doing things sometimes don't apply right now in this present world, present way of communicating and working on relationships with people. So this is like, can apply for love reading or for workplace relationships, right? So this energy is a core energy and it can be inspirational if we use it in a positive way. So how are we relating to people? Sometimes not understanding something makes us afraid or makes us angry because we don't understand what the other person has gone through. We don't see ourselves in other people. And this is a problem. Once we see ourselves in other people, this makes us more powerful, truly more spiritual beings. So you can't be a spiritual being if you don't have empathy, if you can't put yourself in another person's situation. So this is about how do I relate to others? Okay? How am I a sun? How am I a moon? Okay? how can I find balance in my relationships with others? And this is so powerful. It's like that Mercury energy is is so communicative, and that Mars energy is like a fighter. So there has to be some form of balance there. And this Libra air energy is all about trying to bring balance to a situation, fairness, um, letting go of any kind of negative energy that will cause a divide. So appreciating the feminine energy is what I wanted to talk about, this Venus that rules Libra. So Venus is love, right? So Venus rules Libra, and currently it's in Scorpio. So we want to look at forgiveness and how we can use our own personal strength to protect ourselves and to develop ourselves and to help launch us to where we want to go, right? So appreciate the feminine energy. It's a soft energy, it's a caring energy, it's a nurturing energy, right? So we have like Mars squaring Mercury. So this can cause, so this is where we need to be cautious of our words, the things that we say to people, how we say it, how are we delivering the message, right? So we want to do that through our meditation. I love that. Different things you can do to balance your frustration, exercise, dance, music, right? So when we trigger the truth of our experience or trigger the truth in others, they might react in a negative ego, and that's never good. But we can't change what we can't change, and the negative ego cannot hold the space for truth. This is very, very powerful. Negative energy cannot hold the space for truth. So if you feel like you're at a wall with someone in your relationship, and this is like the love relationship and work relationship. So I think I'm going to stop there because I'm going into the work relationship right now, but it could also play a part in love relationships. So let's go into a work relationship reading. So this is going to be Ascended Masters. And why I picked this card is because it's Ascended Masters. These are people that either have lived, these are people that have lived on Earth or believed to have lived on Earth or possessed a spirit or an energy that they really mastered to the best of their ability in their life, mastered uh, their own questions about their life purpose, why they're here, how were we created. Ascended masters are people that master themselves while they were alive and brought a positive healing message to the world. And you can just leave it up to people who are still alive in this dimension to screw up the message. So I'm going to, Palo Santo, Saloban. Yeah, I'm going to just light this a little bit. Let me see. Just want to light that a little bit. And before I pull the card, I just want to set out the intent that this is for the highest good, calling in ascended masters for a positive message for everyone, right? So I just want to light this sweet Palo Santo. I want to light that because I light frankincense and myrrh at the beginning, and well, sage first, and then frankincense and myrrh, and then now just want to bring in some sweet energy because this is the Ascended Masters, and they were alive before, like Buddha, Christ. Um, we have so many Ascended Masters, and this is just absolutely a beautiful deck. I'm just like holding it right now and looking at all of these messages. And all of these Ascended Masters wanted us to do better for ourselves, our tribe, and for the world, everyone. So I'm really shuffling this right now. Okay. So the highest good. These are so beautiful. I can hear people outside, so just want to center this energy. So let's see. So the first card, Parvati. Okay, because some of these are Okay, how do you say this? Ara Toruso. I hope I say it right. And then the white Tara. So if I mess up her name, I am so sorry. I apologize. It's not one of the cards or ascended masters that I focus on. And maybe today is the day that I'm supposed to focus on this ascended master. So I'm gonna have to focus on this a little bit more. Okay. So I usually don't pull out the cards, but I'll pull it out for this one. And this is probably a learning experience for all of us, and to get the message out. Maybe this message needed to come out. Hamatahasu, I hope I say that right. Hamatahasu, Hamatahasu. So hopefully I said that right. But Paravati, okay, so positive change. So this is the first card. So what Ascended Master wants to come through right now and give us a message. Okay, and it had to be one that I have never really focused on before. But Paravati I do know. And the message that we're going to receive through this reading is going to help us to use their message, their life, their energy. What were they here for? And what do they want to tell us to help us to make our current experience right now, what we're going through right now in this world, what can they tell us to help us to move forward? So we have Paravati. So the main message, and I'm looking at her card right now, and I truly feel that this everything starts with the home. So I truly feel that her message is strengthening the home first, and that is the main message. So I'm tuning into what her main message is, and I feel that it has to do with the home. So everything starts at home. Whether you like it or not, not everyone had or is having right now a great start in life in their home. But the best solution, and it's never going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect. So for us to keep in mind that whatever problems and conflicts that we are having right now in life is not going to be solved by judging others or looking down on others. The best advice is to accept people for where they are right now. If it's negative, don't focus on the negative. Rather focus on how can I improve my life and also causing no harm to others. Okay, that's what I feel is her strongest message to all of us, is to not to judge others, making a positive change. So the main words for this card is focus on positive change. But I personally feel that starting at the home and connecting from the home and giving love to whoever is closest to you and around you will solve many of any problems that we face collectively in this world. All right, so I feel like that is the most positive message from this deck. Okay, so now we have come out of the closet. Oh wow, come out of the closet. All right. So this one, I feel like be more of who you are. And right now, we're going through a phase where it's so funny how everyone can be judgmental of others, right? But I feel like this energy is telling us to be ourselves. How can we be our best self? How can we accept ourselves? How can we accept others? Letting go of judgment, right? Kind of like Parvati is like message of love in the home and making a positive change. This one is saying come out of the closet. So letting go of any judgments of yourself and of others is what the card's definition is. And that is very true. And it's also telling us to speak our own truth, what we love, what we care for, respecting others, and being our authentic self. I love that. When you're being your authentic self, you're being true to yourself and everyone else. You're being really you. And if you know that someone won't accept who you truly are, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you have to be around them. And certain people won't change their beliefs and how they feel. And that's okay. You're not here to make someone believe the same way you do. You're here to do the best you can in your life and be a light for others in a positive way. So what are you projecting in this life? And how is it affecting others? Is it negative? Is it positive? And I really like that message. And it's a card I never focused on in the deck, but it doesn't matter if the message came out today. Purification, the white Tara. I've always loved all the Taras, the green one, the white one. It's all a beautiful message. This is about purification. So the conscious message is how can we clear the path in the best positive way. So there's a purification that needs to happen. And we need to find that within ourselves first. What do we need to clean? It's kind of like, I feel this message is saying clean house. Okay, instead, and this whole message is about self-acceptance. I feel it's about starting from where you are. Okay, Parvati is like home, love, family, right? And then I'm going to try to not butcher it again, but I'm not even going to try. But the second card is telling us to accept ourselves and be okay with others not accepting us. Okay, so for when you accept yourself and you're happy and you're loving towards yourself, others might not appreciate that no matter what it is. I want you all to see the cards. Okay, so I'm just moving things back a little bit, shifting, making room is what we're going to do, right? So you can see all the cards. Okay, so Tara is asking us to purify. Okay, so how can you serve yourself and also even serve the world around you in a positive way? Right, we're moving forward in love. We're moving forward in our behavior to others. How do we act to others? How do we feel about ourselves? How do we feel about our own self-guilt? How do we act on our self-guilt? How do we feel when we're ashamed of something? How do we act about it? We really have to have a really good self-esteem. We have to look at every situation, and in this card meaning they talk about integrity. And integrity, a lot of people, the only people that won't like the word integrity is someone that has no integrity, that think of themselves first and then others last. That only applies if you are in a life and death situation, right? You're on the airplane, you got to put on that oxygen mask to help someone else. It's a selfless act of putting yourself first. It's not a negative ego of putting yourself first. So if someone's attacking you and you know that they're not fair, they're not balanced, you have to protect yourself. That's the integrity. But this type of integrity, and integrity is a good thing. So this is a very positive way to be. The best way to be is to sit and understand and feel some form of integrity towards yourself and also how you treat others. So this is you really manifesting at your highest self. Okay, so this message is so powerful. It's positive change, coming out of the closet, right, and purification. So this collective world consciousness is really not trying to change others, but to be the best that you can be in this life. And going back to my meditation, we were talking about uh, the Venus ruling, excuse me, Venus ruling Libra, and Libra is all about balance, right? And about strengthening yourself. So you can always rewind the video for this. But I feel that if you have to choose between love and fear, love over fear when it comes to relationships and finding balance. So how do you get this balance? It's from listening and caring. So it's funny how we pull these cards and they're matching up with what I've written down from my meditation. So with relationships, and this is a world relationship, right? The world consciousness. The world relationship is love over fear, and relationships takes balance, and this takes listening and caring. So there's no need to slight each other. We need to support each other. We need to be inclusive. We need to let go of any favoritism or any kind of negative way of behaving or treating others. This is how we lose people, is by not treating them well. So we need to love ourselves and to know our limit. So if someone is not good to us, we need to know our limit. And I feel like this is coming from this card, is knowing our limit. If someone won't love us and accept us for who we are, we need to know our limit. So I feel like my meditation this morning, the things that came to me, uh, under this full moon in Aries is so powerful to the cards that I picked, or the universe picked, let's say. So choose the high road in every situation, but still be protective of yourself if others won't accept you. And choose to learn, and choose to let go, choose to love, and choose peace. So I feel like this Aries supermoon energy is like a wisdom type of warrior energy, right? And this is like a warrior of finding your own personal freedom, your own personal self-esteem, to rise your own personal self-esteem, and to choose your words carefully, because it's okay to be angry, but then what's the solution? You know, being a diplomatic warrior, but also being knowing when to protect yourself and do it the best way you can. I really hope you enjoy this reading, and know that under the full moon and new moon is a perfect time to receive answers through meditation. It's like you're just downloading things that you already know already, right? I feel like that's very powerful. I'm going to set the back of the cards right next to the cards themselves, and just line them up there. I hope you guys enjoy this reading, and I absolutely love doing this. And click like, share the video, and for everyone's 12 videos for the zodiac, they will be uploaded very soon, so not to worry. And I want to thank everyone for supporting Lily Sky Tarot and the channel. And I also have classes on meditation and the chakras, so I will be sharing them, cross-sharing them on my channel, so that you guys can be a part of that as well. And find us on Facebook. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.